What I said about income inequality is a few things. Number one, the idea that the people who are very, very rich somehow stole from the people who are very, very poor, and that's why they're very, very rich is stupid. Poor people are poor and don't have lots of money to steal.
I would put it like this. The poor have much less access to and control over the available goods and services. Our economic system gives that access and control to those with sufficient wealth, so it makes sense to keep an eye on the system, since that system is not some infallible god and has been known to tolerate idiotic things like slavery.
Okay, so the idea that Bill Gates got rich by ripping off a bunch of homeless people. Homeless people were not buying Microsoft, nor was he going to them forcing Microsoft on them for them to stick into their boxes. Right? Like that's not how he got rich.
Pointing out that Bill Gates didn't force Microsoft onto homeless people does nothing to show that the system is without flaw, or that it cannot be improved, or that there isn't a significant and unnecessary and counterproductive inequality of opportunity.
The way you get rich in any free-functioning economy is by participating in an enormous number of voluntary transactions that benefit both sides.
Please picture in your mind two people on this island Earth. One has a container of fresh water, the other has a container of food. Picture them trading bit by bit so that both are able to both eat and drink. Watch them trade and trade and trade. Do you see any wealth being produced? Any food or water being gathered? All that is taking place is consumption and the transfer of ownership. Yet this all-important trading is why people somehow deserve to acquire more of the things other people do actual work in order to provide and make available. Telling people this is how to get rich takes away people's incentive to actually engage in the activity that produces real things that make money worth having in the first place.
You should care about the question of poverty. You shouldn't care about the question of income inequality. You should care about how do we make poor people rich, not how do we make rich people poorer so that everybody's at the same level.
Yes, equal compensation for unequal contribution doesn't make sense. I just think that some people are placing activities into the extremely valuable contribution category for idiotic reasons. I'm glad you say we should concern ourselves with poverty. One of the problems that gets overlooked is the distinction between the distribution of control over the available nice stuff and the total amount of nice stuff available as a result of people doing the actual real work required in order to produce the nice stuff. So again, to champion the elements of a system that make getting rich a matter of trading or collecting interest or inheriting sends the message that people should look for ways to avoid working and find ways to extract income from the transactions of the nice stuff that came into existence because people did the necessary work. It might increase wealth for certain individuals in terms of giving them a higher percentage of control over what is available, but it is a flawed strategy for increasing the total overall wealth. It can be improved.
I mean, the free markets that are now being bashed left and right, those free markets are the greatest innovation in the history of humanity when it comes to the economy. It's why you have nice stuff.
Obviously, markets are valuable and useful, but there is no reason to pretend that they won't tolerate idiotic things like slavery. There is no reason to treat them as so sacred that we can't apply our knowledge and creativity and ethics to improve them so that more of the nice stuff can be enjoyed by more of the people making the nice stuff.